Bobby, you remember your first All-Star game, the snowstorm in Toronto, and any of the details of the game?
Those were the days when the NHL champion played the rest of the league, and it was in 1967 after Toronto won the last Stanley Cup. So I remember it well. In the game, I don't remember the player, but a player came down on my shoulder, and I was a little bit sore, not bad, and 3 hours after the game, I couldn't lift my shoulder, and I went back and I had a dislocated shoulder.
You remember your first one, Mario, with Kirk Muller and Anders Hedberg. That was your line mate.
In Calgary.
Yeah. So 1985, you were MVP.
Your first MVP, scored a goal and 2 assists or something like that. But
Is that all?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, in those days, had a few better ones than that. But yeah, I do. I mean, you're 19 years old, and you know, you play against these guys and Mike Bossy, Gretz, all these guys that I looked up to growing up, and it was a special night, and especially to win the MVP was a great night.
I was talking to Scott Stevens, and he went to that game at Joe Louis Arena, Wayne. In 1980, your first NHL All-Star game, and I'll let you tell your own story, but he went to see Craig Hartsburg. That was his hero. And Craig ended up with a winning goal in that game, but you've got a better story about it.
Well, listen, first of all, it was so amazing because that was Gordy's coming back party to Detroit, so the place went crazy and everything was so well deserved. But Scotty Bowman, he wanted to win every game, and it was an all-star game, right? And I was an 18-year-old kid scared to death, and he played me every single shift against Riel Cloutier, Guy Lafleur. No, I'm not kidding you. Riel Cloutier, Guy Lafleur, and we never touched the puck. And my dad, after the game, handed me a puck, and he said, I said, what's that? He goes, well, you didn't touch it all night. I figured you wanted to make me feel what a puck feels like. That was my first time. Perreault, yeah. Gilbert Perreault, Cloutier. Yeah. I'm like, oh my God.
The game was on the other day. That's why.
Yeah, and then I was so mad because Gordy was 50. I think he had 2 assists. I'm like, geez, come on. So, but it was a really great day, and it was something I always remember.
And Mark, your first was Landover, Maryland. I don't know if you remember the feeling of going in and trying to think how will I compare to the best players, but I'd love you to answer that and then kind of morph it into today's NHL and how veteran players always showed the way to the young guys. And it's tough now in the new NHL because there's a lot of, you know, the big money guy, it might be a young guy, and then you have to round out your roster with kids. So who's showing the way?
Yeah, you know, 3rd year in the league, and became an all-star. That was a thrilling moment. I remember just the family, myself, what it felt like to be named an all-star. Back then, the players really got together a lot and had a good time. So it was an amazing experience there. And to your point about the leadership, we did. That was the way it was when we broke into the league. You know, you really watched the veteran players, and you watch how they acted around the rink and how they prepared for the game and how they got dressed and everything. I mean, these are the guys that you looked up to and that were idols, and a little bit of that is dissipating now with the leadership in the league. From my perspective, and it's something that we really need to pay attention to for these young guys coming into the league, that they're making sure that they're surrounded with great leaders and great leadership.
You don't have to wear a C, or in my mind, you don't have to wear a C or be an older guy. You lead by, these guys are great leaders, by what they did on the ice and how they handle themselves off the ice. I mean, that's what a good leader is, and I think the way you handle yourselves, the kids are watching that, and that's how you influence them. And if you don't have those guys around the team that are playing at their level on the ice and handling themselves off the ice, then the team's going to have an issue.
How do you feel about that, you two? Because I know everybody says you had God-given talent. You say Wally-given talent, Wayne. You had a lovely line about that.
But can I'm sorry to interrupt.
I love it.
You know,
you played for Don. You learned something.
But you say God-given talent. Yeah, they played a game that they loved. They had a love and a passion for this game that is unbelievable, and they worked hard every night. You know, they didn't play bad games. They always did something. But you know, yes, they were talented, but they worked at it. They worked their tails off.
Glenn Sather used to say, you know, he'd have us two in, he'd say, if you two guys follow the system and play within the system, it's easy for me to get everybody else.
Yeah, I think it starts with your stars, and if the stars are doing it, and the rest of the team doesn't have a choice. And,
I don't think I could have played for Glenn. He had a system.
what is that?
Play a system? What is that?
No, you would have liked it because our system was 7, would pick it up and carry it into the power play. We changed that to 4. You take it in.
A great story about 7. My father called me one night, and he said, "Did you see Edmonton play last night?" I said, "No, I didn't see Edmonton play last night." He said, "Oh," he says, "I watched that Coffee. Can he skate?
Yeah.
He's a better skater than you."
That's funny.
One of my favorite moments was watching Wayne watch Mario and Yzerman lead the team in Salt Lake City. Because Wayne always said, "Mark, Nagano, if only we'd have had Mark." You know, right? Well, I'll let you say it, Wayne.
Well, yeah, it was a big mistake because of his leadership qualities and the fact that he played under pressure so well, and he took a lot of pressure off players and focus away from them inadvertently because he just loved to win. So it was a big thing. And then in 02 in Nagano, I was so thrilled with our leadership with Mario and Yzerman and Sakic. It was just really special, a special group. And so it was fun to be part of it and watch those guys and watch them excel and actually take on that responsibility. He deflected all the pressure off everybody else because the focus was on him and Yzerman, and that's what leaders do. They take that responsibility and make it a little bit easier for the rest of the team.
That goal, that Korea goal, you're down 1-0 gold medal game, Mario, and Chris Pronger feeds you wide open in the slot and you let it go. I mean,
Amazing.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I know. Even I was like, whoa, that's pretty good.
actually, I just missed the puck.
Don't tell anybody that.
No, I saw Korea go into the net and figured it was just the right speed just to let it go, and defenseman was on the wrong side of the puck, and figured I'd try it. It worked.
Right, yeah, and
He's a very lucky player.
Yeah.
Very, very lucky
One
player.
of my favorite parts of the tournament was Yzerman had a bad knee and went on to miss the next 6 weeks. But I'd go down to the locker room before the game and have a coffee and wish the guys good luck. And the trainer was working on Stevie Y, and I said, "Hey, good luck tonight." And I kind of walked out of the room, and the trainer came running down the hallway, and he goes, Wayne, can I talk to you?" And I said, "Yeah, what's up?" He goes, "Stevie's got a really bad knee." "Oh, yeah." He goes, "You know, if this was Game 7, I wouldn't let him play in the Game 7 of the Stanley Cup Finals." And I said, "Geez, well, thank goodness it's only a gold medal game. Good luck." He played on one knee, and that was it.
They played well.
Yeah, and played really well.
You all played with such pain. Bobby got hurt really a little bit in training camp, Grapes tells me, but the third game of his NHL career, Marcel Pronovo took out his knee, and that led to 12 surgeries over the 8 years. In your case, Wayne, Joel Otto tore your ribs apart. People don't know that. In the 93 run that you played, Vancouver, Calgary, Toronto, Montreal, on the road.
You know, you lose a face-off, and he turned, and he kind of just went like this, which happens all the time, and he got me in the rib and cracked my rib. So before the games, the doctor would come in, and he'd put a needle in my leg and freeze me, and every now and then I'd say, "Make sure that freezing goes this way," not down to my toes. And so I was fine during the game, but it was after the game that, you know, you could feel it. But, you know, that's part of playing hockey.
91, you missed the first game of the final. I mean, your dream, you've got a great team.
Yeah.
7 years into your career, this is the chance, and you can't even play.
Yeah, had to be pretty bad. I was tying my skates just before the game and locked up, and I couldn't bend back up. So missed that game, was fortunate enough to come back and play in the other 3 and win the cup that year.
That's leadership.
Yeah.
The players see that. They see the best player. And
Well, you did it. You, like like Yzerman in Salt Lake, MVP of the Canada Cup in '76 on one knee, and Mario came back Game 2 after that back moment, and then Neil Wilkinson and Sean Chambers, their backs went out. It's one of the greatest goals.
Period.
And then, you know, I saw it, Wayne, when you and Mark had the '84 Cup reunion. It was so pleasing to see every guy on that team doing well. And when you have achieved your dreams like you four have, and carry it forward the way you four have, it's just beautiful. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.